guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to grow a small account with $1,000 or $100, just a small amount of money. How can you grow it consistently to become a full-time trader in the stock market? So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. We're going to be talking about tips and tricks and some techniques and strategies that you guys can start implementing for your trading. So guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you guys are watching and you're like, who is this random guy on YouTube? My name is Carter. I'm a full-time swing trader in the stock market, and I have been for over 6 years. And with that being said, we do have an amazing school and community where I teach people how to find these stocks that we're going to be talking about today. You know, my strategies, my approach, everything when it comes to swing trading in the stock market. I don't believe in getting rich quick. I don't believe in alerts. I believe in teaching people the proper techniques, the proper strategies, so you guys can be a full-time swing trader. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoy this, and guys, let's get started and let's dive into this here. So, you know, when it comes to swing trading and trading in the markets, I definitely think that there is a lot of things that a new trader needs to understand. The first thing being that if you funded an account with $1,000 and you're ready to start making trades, I would highly recommend before you guys start trading is to make sure you have some sort of strategy, some sort of edge, or at least some sort of checklist. So you're ensuring that you're going to be choosing quality stocks rather than quantity. You know, when I first started trading, I was trading any stock in the stock market that I felt was undervalued. I had no criteria, I had no checklists, and obviously I lost money. So, you know, if you guys are just starting out trading, I would highly recommend at least taking a step back and taking several months to a year to paper trade, build up a strategy, you know, take some courses. Because the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. And I really believe that. So, you know, you just need to take a step back, check out our school. You won't regret it. You know, you won't regret it. And let's dive into this here. So the first thing that I want to talk about here is the chart. So the chart that I use is Moomoo. They're the broker I use. I love them. I highly recommend having a trading broker that meets your needs. So I like being able to look at my charts, indicators, and more importantly, having the risk and reward right here so I can pretty much instantly know the general risk and reward that I take on this trade. So you guys can see with this play here, it's about a 3.82 risk and reward. So I'm risking $1 to make $3.82, which is a really good risk and reward. So let's delete that and get that out of the way. But one of the first things that you guys will notice here is we have these two lines. We have a blue and red line. These are moving average lines. They act as support. They'll also act as resistance. So when the stock is above it, like it is up here, we've seen good tendencies in the past. You guys can see all the circle where it hits it and we have good buying pressure. Buying pressure there. You know, buying pressure. So if you're going to try to buy this stock, you're going to want to try to buy it as close as you can to that moving average line. And that's exactly what we did here. Now, as we zoom out, let's see if the stock falls below this moving average line. A little bit right here. You guys can see that when the stock sells off below it, it does have tendencies of it acting as resistance. So where we get natural sell-off. So it hits it, we have sell-off. So you want to find a stock, or at least with my approach, on an upward trend that is above these moving average lines that has sold off down to some level of support. In this circumstance, this blue line is the 90-day moving average line, and this is what we're going to be using as support here. The next thing here that I always do is look at the RSI. The RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. It tracks momentum. So historically, anything under like a 30 or a 35 is an undervalued point for the stock, and we could see a possible reversal. Anything over a 70 is an overvalued point. We could possibly see sell-off. So in an ideal situation, you want to buy when the stock is undervalued on the RSI and sell when it's overvalued. Now, looking at this here, you guys can see it was trading for near and around a 29. The last time it was trading for a 29 was all the way back in here where we had this great move. So we understood that this could be a good time to buy this stock. So now what you do is, at least for me, is I want to make sure I'm not going to be holding through an earnings report. So I know the earnings is actually in about 10 days, I believe. So we're definitely in the clear on that. And the reason why is because in earnings is a 50-50 chance of making money. You know, if a company releases good earnings, we'll see good buying pressure. If they release bad earnings, often we'll see selling pressure. So for me, I don't even trade earnings. I find it way too risky, and you know, I never want to be holding through an earnings report. So after that, I go to the hourly chart and I'm drawing out support. So you guys can see here, this stock here formed this nice little wedge and then broke out. Our average cost is about $282.50, which is nice. We're up a little bit, you know, near and around, I want to say 1% or so. So nothing too crazy, but you know, what makes a successful swing trader successful isn't these massive returns of, you know, 20-30%. No, it's the small returns that just compound over the course of a year. That is what makes up a successful trader. It's not about these, you know, turning $1,000 into 100,000. No, because that you're going to be taking on very risky trades. The risk and reward for this setup was really good, and we had heavy support on the hourly. You guys can see the really good support here on the hourly. Broke out, textbook pattern, and now the stock has rallied up. So now you might be saying, well, Carter, you know, how often do you find stocks like this? So I actually find stocks like this with a good scanner quite often. And one of the positions here that we were looking at is ticker symbol DX. So DX is a new stock here that definitely has some potential. Whoops, DX. And we'll actually show you guys this here. So DX here. So you guys can see on the hourly, it doesn't look very good. I give you that. But one of the reasons I actually do find this pretty interesting is because as we look at the daily here, what do we notice? Let's remove some of these moving average lines. You guys will notice it has this really good trend line where it hits it. We have a minimum of, you know, 3 touches of support. So, you know, for me to classify it as a support trend line, we want 3 touches of buying pressure. So 1, 2, 3. Good. In the clear. Checked off. Trendline support. Done. The next thing that I like to have is several other supports, right? The more supports you have, the better off you're going to be. And you guys can see it's approaching that 90-day moving average line. So we've had good tendencies in the past of getting support there. So now we could enter here at 12, and then we can actually draw this out with a good risk and reward. So enter here. Set our stop loss just below it, you know, about 2% or so from the current price. Set our target up here at resistance. The risk and reward is 5.27, risking $1 to make over $5.27. Now, the RSI right now is at a 37, so we could get a little dip down, but this stock still definitely carries a lot of potential, and I'm very excited to see where this one goes. So this is a prime example of a stock with opportunity. That's why having a broker like this, having a scanner, understanding what you're doing is going to be more important than the size of your account. I've done several small account challenges, and the biggest thing is just time, right? Putting the time in to actively search the market, to have good scanners, good setups is going to be more important than having $1,000 or $100 million in your account. You know, so just focus on small returns. Check out our school. You guys can use code LEARN, 50% off. You won't regret it. I'm telling you, if you have a small account and you want to grow it, take a step back, check out our school, and then move forward. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you guys did, hit that like button, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.